Alright, so this is one piece that's been cut. Now, I did go ahead and I drew this second like groove area here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this out. I'm gonna lay this back on top of this, and I'm gonna go ahead with the marker and outline that on both sides. This way, I'll know when I start to sand stuff down where to stop at. Whenever you cut with foam too, you always want to make sure that your blade is fresh. You don't want to ever cut with a dull blade. What'll happen is if you cut with a dull blade, it'll start to chew through the foam instead of slice through the foam. And you really don't want your stuff chewing through the foam, but it's going to look all ragged and nasty. Actually, I could use either one. I could use this or this, negative or positive, to do this outline. And just line the stuff up. Now do a quick tracing. You can also use stick pins, which I do have, to hold it down if you want. That way it doesn't shift on you. And a lot of times on pieces that I do where I'm outlining like fine, like little pencil thin areas, I will definitely use the the stick pins for that. Now, if one thing, if I wanted to, I could just put this in place and trace this over. That's simple. Now I have my guideline for that. Okay, so next it's going to be this, the claws. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out this section. Here is a little odd shape, so I'm going to pin this down. You know, you don't need a lot of pins, just to, you know, enough just to keep it from moving around on you. some big chunks. Because once again, I'm going to be smoothing all this down anyway with the Dremel. So don't be too precise, because like I said, it is hard to cut through inch thick foam with a normal knife. Once again, I'm purposely cutting a little bit on the outside of the line here, because I will be smoothing it. Well, Dremel is important. A Dremel, an X-Acto knife, and a heat gun are your, I'm gonna say, your core tools for working with EVA foam. And you know, if you get a Dremel, make sure you buy yourself the wand. This is the wand, it's an attachment. It's about 30 bucks. That wand is so vital, so important. Basically, this wand takes out about 95% of the torque that this thing puts out. Because when you buy a Dremel, it's your Dremel like this, and then that tip is right here on the end. So you're holding this thing, and it's an actual motor. So you're holding this thing in your hand and trying to get detailed cuts when your hand is doing this. It's not too good. Plus, you know, after over time, it has some weight to it, so it'll be heavy. But this right here, it really eliminates almost all of the torque that this puts out, which is awesome. Plus, it keeps your Dremel directly away from the dust, because we all know about dust and motors. Do not mix. You know, this thing has fans that, you know, sucks in air on one side, blows out on the other side. So if you have this in your hand and you're working on your foam piece, it's sucking in that foam dust, and eventually your motor will die. So having it like this is great because it keeps it away from, you know, all that dust. Alright, so this is reasonably roughed out. So I think I can actually start to shape some stuff down. Alright, I'm going to be doing a lot of sanding. So when I do that, I'm going to put on my mask here. And I'm going to mute my stream so you guys will not hear the noise coming from the Dremel, because it is noisy. But feel free to still talk and chat and ask questions. I have my amazing mod, lovely boobalicious fiance, fielding questions for me. So once I'm done, I can answer your questions.